Hey guys, and welcome to another installment of the PH Journals podcast. In today's episode, I interview the youngest member of the PH Toolbox team, Colin Fletcher. He's a young hunting enthusiast out of the Port Alfred area in the Eastern Cape. Born into a cattle and pineapple farm, Colin bags a whole bunch of experience as far as hunting the area. He's still in school, but he really knows what he's doing. And it's increasingly encouraging to see such a young individual coming in with such high morals and values of our magnificent wildlife. So, an incredible podcast that we've had. Unfortunately, due to the Skype interview, the video is a bit shaky and the audio every now and then breaks up, but it's as good as what it's going to get because, of some of the restrictions that we've had. But had such a great time having him on the podcast, and like I said, was increasingly motivated to see such a young guy coming through with incredible morals and values and ethical way of doing things. But this podcast wouldn't be possible without the following sponsors: Treezyn Camo, Tactacam, Splitting Image Taxidermy, Maxxis Tires, and of course, PH Toolbox. So guys, let's get into it for episode number 24. It's been an incredible journey. Last week I didn't do a Sunday discussion. I was a bit bummed out about that. But we're back and we're ready to go. We've only got a couple more episodes until the year ends. And then we'll kick it off in 2021 with my really good friend. I start hunting with him on the 28th of December. And we finish on the 11th of January. So Pat Dugan will be back on the podcast for next season and kicking 2021 season off. I'm so excited about it. Well, let's get into it. Have a good one. So Uncle Rob Clayton, we were hunting in the Fish River, because there's those permits that come through for the hippo every single year, and we managed to get a couple of them, and we went out, and so we shot a hippo, and it died on the other end of the bank, and so there's a pineapple farmer just at the top of that one on the ridge there. I'm not sure whose farm that is. It looked very similar to your guys' from the pictures, but I don't know if you're on the Fish River.
No, we're not on the Fish River. We're on the Kingswood River.
So anyway, we shot it, drove around to go and see if we can try and find a spot to load this thing. And yes, Uncle Rob comes flying through the bushes, and he he comes with his two Jack Russells in tail and starts cucking us out from a dizzy height about 50 meters away. And I didn't know what to do. I didn't know it was private land, so I thought, well, shit, I thought this was still public land, so I'm in big cuck here. Anyway, turns out he knew my old man, and then he knew Uncle Greg that I hunt for at Hunter's Hill, and it was water under a bridge. But anyway, it's managed to sort itself out. Yeah, but he's a character.
He's one of those types that will come on you flat out just to get a laugh out of you. Yeah.
Well, Cole, thanks so much for joining me on the podcast. It's great to have you here, and our second member on the post. So tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get into hunting, and where did your passion start, and where did it grow, and what you're up to now these days?
Yeah, so I started from a young age, growing up on the farm. Grew in Claremont next to the coast, but went up to the farm after school every day. Bus dropped me off. Just went around with Dad, showed me, took the pellet gun, shot a couple pineapples every now and then slowly progressed into shooting monkeys with a 2.2 and then warthogs, and then now today and every day, every chance I can get, I'm on the farm with a rifle in hand. So yeah.
Is it and you're still in school? You're at Kingswood at the moment and stuff. So how often do you get a chance to come home and hunt? And
I get 2 weekends a term, so then try and make the most of those, and then half term and holidays. So every couple of weeks I get a weekend, and then every couple of months get a bit of holiday, just a bit of time to come down.
So now, Cole, leaving school, what are your plans? Like, what are your options? Have you considered becoming a PH, or are you going to take over the farm, or what's the story?
Yeah, I've considered a couple of things there, but I think what I'm going to start with, a couple of mates of mine, a couple of cousins have gone to America working on those potato farms. And that sounds like a nice idea. Maybe try to look for a whitetail or something while I'm there. But just work there for a little while, then come back, take over the farm, just help out with that, maybe study. I don't know what I'm going to study yet, but but yeah, just see how it goes. Don't want to plan too much, rather just play it by ear.
Yeah. So whereabouts exactly are you? I mean, I mentioned the Fish River, but as far as the Eastern Cape, I know I saw the picture you sent me the other day was pineapples in the background, and I mentioned you were from Bathurst, and so where exactly are you based now?
So at the moment, our farm's around about in between Port Alfred and the Fish River. We're about 10 minutes from either. And yeah, it's along the coast, Claremont, just go straight up. Our farm joins Claremont, so it's really nice. So it's nice. I'm 500 meters from the sea, 500 meters from the farm. So it's really, really nice.
So, Cole, sorry, we lost you a bit there, but what do you guys mainly farm on the place?
So at the moment, we're farming mostly pineapples and cattle. We're running and about 10 hectares of sweet potatoes and a couple of hectares of pumpkins and nut. Yeah.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I mean it's an incredibly unique area. I mean, I love hunting down there, and especially some of the species that are there. And for me, just reading up in the past couple of years, probably one of the biggest success stories that's come from it is the Oribi in your guys' area. I mean, your guys' population is thriving. That's yeah. So what makes your guys' area really unique to the Eastern Cape?
Yes, I think just the diversity here. In 5 minute drive, you can get totally different areas. You can get open flats, you can get deep, thick clews, and you can get to grassland. So it's really, really amazing. Those big, thick clews are amazing for pushback, glue duck, all that attraction of our area. But then also just the pineapples. The pineapples, not going to see this anywhere else in the country. So it's really, it's different. Yeah, it stands out.
Do the pigs enjoy the pineapples?
Yeah, flat out, eh? Bush pig and warthog.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Do you guys ever set up like baits within the pineapples or something like that for bush pig?
Bush pig we do, yeah. We set up baits in the pines. Otherwise, we'll walk around at night. But mainly you try to find land where they're eating, and then if you get an old carcass or something, a cow that's died, you put that out there and go sit there and hopefully get a couple. Generally it works. So it's like
I like it. So mainly most of your varmint controls all just via spotlight and patrolling at night and stuff like that.
Yeah, for bush and then monkeys, warthogs, that type of stuff. Just ride around during the day, take a walk. That takes up most of my day at the moment. Shooting monkeys and warthogs. Yeah.
So your old man leaves that in your hands to handle.
100%. Yeah, he doesn't have time for that, so he leaves it up to me. I go there in the mornings by 7 o'clock. I'm gone for the whole day. Come back at 5.
Well, yes, Carl, I'll tell you what, there's many youngsters out there that would love to have a day job like that. It's awesome, man.
Wow.
But listen, so tell me now, growing up in the Eastern Cape, yes, I was very fortunate to learn from like extremely good professional hunters and stuff. But what sort of morals and values that you've picked up from the older generation that you would like to carry through and see your generation coming in would like to carry on and uphold those morals and values, especially in an industry now that sometimes we get taunted by a lot of one or two bad apples, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I think from what I've learned, just if you're going to be hunting, just respect what you're hunting, but then also, like for instance, I've always used this example. If you're hunting bushbuck and there's no one else around you, no one watching you anything, and a ram comes out, you could shoot it. It's shootable, but you'd rather let it go and let it go for the next year or the year afterwards. It's just that type of stuff. Most people you'd probably have a go, but if you can see it's it's shootable, but you don't want to shoot it just because you want to let it grow out. That type of stuff.
Yeah.
Just being sensible, and then also just respecting what you're hunting. Don't so I know some people shoot warthogs with warthog sows with young ones. Rather let them grow out.
Yeah.
And also just making sure that you're always safe. Yeah. Even if no one around, if you know that there's a house there or you know that there's staff working there, just say to yourself, I'm gonna let that go because the risk really isn't worth the reward. Yeah.
Yeah. And then often a lot of guys get their mates to come over on holidays and stuff like that. So it's rifle handling is extremely important and stuff. So is that something that you base a lot of your morals and stuff going into the bush? Is that something you teach them first to make sure that they do the basics right?
100%. Yeah. Most of my friends, they are very well taught with rifle safety, but there are a couple friends, just wake them up on a couple things, see something that they're doing that's not really right, and just let them know. Just general stuff, because if something goes wrong, then it's on your hands because you're the host, and then you're in cuck. So
Yeah. Cole, listen, and what's your weapon of choice, especially for varmint? What would you recommend, especially in your guys' area?
Varmint at the moment, I'm running a 223 Remington, which is really nice. Monkeys, geese, warthogs, that type of stuff, really nice. Light bullets, so if something is gonna go wrong, the bullet not gonna go very far. As it hits it, that's one of the upsides to that. Very light bullet going very fast, so that's really nice. And then it's good enough. Pigs, 200 meters, right shot placement, it's 100% fine. And then the ammo is also nice and cheap, so that really helps a lot with monkeys and that.
Yeah, and then and for plains game and stuff, what are you taking out there when you go out?
Old open sight 308, yeah.
Oh, seriously, open sights?
Yeah.
Yes,
we're getting a new 308 very soon, the next year. But open sight 308 at the moment, that works.
Yes, to fling lead around with the open sight. Not many oaks can say that,
I grew up with the open sight, so yeah.
No shit, Cole. It's awesome, and I mean, I love that area. It's such a unique area to the Eastern Cape, and I really I mean, I recommend anyone that's down, especially in that area. I mean, there's some stunning ranches around there and stuff, but it's really incredible. So your guys' main business is obviously cattle and pineapples and stuff. Do you guys have any game or anything like that you guys are doing on the side?
No, we don't have any of them. We have a couple of free ranging waterbuck, blazeback, Orby and that, but not taking clients yet. We're getting a couple of clients for blazeback and waterbuck, and then obviously pushback have always been in the area, so they flat out here. I know yesterday we counted 7 rams and 8 ewes in the space of half, and really nice. Good to see.
Yes, that's great. You know the funniest thing about I've just picked up when I hunt bushback down in Port Alfred. It's a crazy thing. Your bushback come out like in the middle of the day. Normally, especially when we go down to Kunga and stuff, like it's waking up early mornings, going out just before the sun gets out, or just as the sun comes up, they're sunning themselves and stuff. But I mean, there by you guys, it's ridiculous. I mean, the animals are walking around at like 12 o'clock a day. It's insane. But there's like I said, the unique diversity there. I mean, and the different species of animals is incredible. And I mean, to hunt it right down at the coast, I actually took a very good mate of mine. We're actually doing a hunt now on the 28th of December. And one of the things is we've got to go down to Port Alfred for Orby and Blue Darker. So I'm so excited to take him down there because it's an incredible area.
That is a lovely area.
Cole, listen, and as far as hunting goes, especially with you youngsters, is there like a big hunting community out there? Have you guys got together and put something? I remember you saying something about a bush pig driven hunt that you guys do like once or twice a year.
That's the bushbuck-driven hunting. Yeah.
Oh,
There's a group of guys, not the youngsters. I'm probably the youngest guy there by about 20 years. But yeah, we have that every Friday in July. Yeah, we take the hounds out, get about 30 people, go to different farms all around the area, and yeah,
okay.
it's really really nice. Yeah.
But you sort of have to be invited. It's like an aerial thing, eh? No one can just rock up there
Yeah.
and decide to be a part of the hunt.
No. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
unique to the
generally
area.
the hunt community that's been there for the last years. So my dad, he brought me into it, and now I've grown a reputation. So I get invited quite often, which is really nice.
Uh,
But then the thing is with that, you got to earn your reputation. You got to earn that
Yeah.
invite. You got to
Yeah.
be helping out, especially as a youngster. It's difficult to get in. You got to make friends with the older guys and help out as much as you can. So yeah, it's very very unique to this area as far as I know. I know some people do bush pig hunts up north, but from what I understand, this is quite unique for our area. It goes around about 20 farms we hunt over. Many people, they're just family friends, and there seem to be kind of two different groups of hunting parties in the Eastern Cape in our area.
Okay.
But yeah, we part of the more to the coast. But it's really really lekker. Been a real privilege to be a part of that growing up.
And Cole, what's the procedure? What did you guys take off a certain amount of rams, or is it a certain quantity that you guys take off, or is it free fall type thing?
Depends on the farm. Some people might want as many rams. I know there's one place where in a year over one farm they shot about 40 rams, and there's still plenty rams. Every year they shoot about 30 or 40. But I know our farm specifically, we after about 10 rams, we'll stop shooting rams and start shooting more pigs and ducks and that. But it all depends on the farmer. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And so other than the bush pig drive and everything like that, is Port Alfred predominantly? I know since I've been there, I've only managed to pick up one or two connections. But is it quite a big hunting community? Is there a lot of people that are doing that, or is it more based on the eco-friendly type thing? The safaris, photographic safaris and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's about half. I know there's Oceania in between us and Port Alfred.
Yeah.
That's quite a big attraction. And then obviously Adder is a little bit far away. And then you got a couple other places to take people around. But it's 50-50 with the hunting and the eco-friendly community. The game guys and that. But yeah, there's quite a big hunting community. I know there's a gun shop in Port Alfred that recently opened, which hasn't been open in a long time.
Okay.
But yeah, it's 50-50. Yeah.
Cool. Well, then let's get into the whole PH Toolbox side of things. What's your personal opinion on the program, especially the PH program, and where do you think it's got some good stamina to go forward in the future, or is it something that South Africa has needed for some time now?
Yeah, no, I think so. When I got selected for the PH program, I was flipping excited because I knew that I could help towards a better future for the hunting community. I think the PH Toolbox, we're just gonna try do better than the rest because everything's got faults, and we're still gonna not perfect. I mean, we're starting the PH program. That's one of the first gun and hunting shop companies that have done that in South Africa, and I think that really helps because us as the affiliate marketers, we're gonna test the stuff and make sure that it works. And then if it doesn't work, don't sell it because we want to make sure that what we're selling is gonna work in the field and it's gonna work properly. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Well said. So, how do people get hold of you? I know it's through East Cape Hunting. Is that your personal page, or is that a page for the area, or?
So that's my personal hunting page, East Cape Hunting on Instagram. So anyone can contact me through there. You can give me a call, 076 048 5274 if you need anything. But yeah, I've got lots of contacts. So if anyone wants to come hunting in the area, I can redirect you to friends of ours who take clients and that. So yeah.
Colin, and as a youngster, where would you like to see the industry? I mean, from when I started, it's gone a complete 180. As far as evolving and I mean the animals and the quality of animals we're shooting now was unheard of back then. But as a youngster coming through the ranks, I said this last time with Bossy, you almost want to keep things as ethically and morally correct as possible, especially learning from the older generation and stuff. So as a youngster, what would you like to see people driving the morals and values through for the first time? I know you said earlier that, learning from the older guys and the ethical side of things, picking an older ram and out and sort of stuff. But as far as a professional hunter, as presentation, and hunting out in the field, just basic ethics, what would you like to see carried forward, and that an old moral that we don't want to lose type thing?
I think I said it before, respect, but then also we just want to keep the best genetics we can, especially on the game farms. We don't want to be having bad genetics. We want to keep the good genetics going, because at the moment the genetics in the country is really looking good, and I think we want to keep that going as much as we can, and just keep the anti-poaching. That's been very good. Anti-poaching units around the country, that's extremely good. In our area we started that, but just keeping that going, because hunting, many people think that hunting is bloodlust, but then trophy hunting especially, that money is going towards conservation, that money is going towards anti-poaching, so that's really helping. And I think if we can carry that on and keep it going strong, then we can we'll have a good future ahead.
Great. No, awesome. Also, Colin, so just in closing quickly, what are some of your most favorite animals to hunt, especially in your area particularly? And then secondly, what message would you have to the youngsters coming through the ranks? What would you like them to carry forward and see you grow as a whole?
Yeah, I think my favorite animal to hunt is a bushback by far. And I know many people think you're hunting bushback, you're hunting them flat out, but the fact that we're looking after them 364 days a year and hunting them 1 day a year on specific property, that just shows, we're doing the best so that we can harvest the older animals. And that journey, looking after them and being able to harvest one, knowing that you've worked hard to be able to harvest that specific animal, is lovely. And also they're really pretty animals. It's a lovely experience.
Stunning. And what message would you have for the youngsters out there?
I think just try it, try, get out your comfort zone, try different things. I know I'm going to try bow hunting soon, try different types, different styles, and just have fun. That's the whole point of hunting, just have fun. And try to do it as ethically as possible, but just have as much fun as you can, because that's the point of hunting,
Yeah. Well, Cole, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on, especially as the youngest member of the PH Toolbox Pro Staff team. It's an incredible way to see how much you've matured, and it's great. It's really awesome to have you on here, and I'm super stoked for the future. And keep flying the flag high, especially in the Port Alfred area.
Oh, dude. Thanks for having me.
Cole, have a good Sunday. Chat soon.
Thanks. Cheers. Bye.
Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the PH Journals podcast. It has been one incredible journey, and like I said, it wouldn't have been done possible without the following sponsors: Splitting Image Taxidermy, Treezyn, Tactacam, Maxxis tires, and of course PH Toolbox. As well, the official drink of the podcast, Designer Health Products. And today I just kept having the CBD coffee, an incredible brew of some of the best coffee beans I've ever had. And I'm not just saying that because they affiliated with us. They really are. It's an incredible blend, and besides all the health benefits, like I said, it tastes incredibly nice. So guys, just want to say a very big thank you to everyone that supported us this far, especially those that came out on the Black Friday sale, especially on the e-commerce business, and managed to make a couple of purchases. The store's doing really well, and the program's taken off immensely well. So if somebody told me where we would be at this point in the whole story, I would have told them that they're lying. But I'm super stoked to be here, and it's really encouraging to see us progress from time to time. Yeah, I understand the audio and the video quality in the podcast was a little bit jittery, and we'll make sure that it's sorted out for next time. But Colin boasts a wealth of experience, and still being in school, to have that much knowledge about the area and how he handles things is incredibly encouraging for young generations to come into the industry that we fight so hard to protect. So yeah, increasingly encouraging, and super stoked to have him on the PH Toolbox Pro Staff team, and I've got a very good feeling that he'll be carrying the brand forward with his best interest at heart. So once again, if you guys would like to get involved in the PH Journals podcast, whether it be interviews, small donations, or anything like that, please see the links below. There's a PayPal account as well as an email address. You guys can hit me up on any one of my social media platforms and we can communicate from there. It's been a fantastic way of how many people have shown their support towards the podcast, and I just really enjoy doing it. So from myself, Dylan Love, and the whole PH Toolbox and PH Journals team, we'd just like to say a very big thanks to everyone that supported us and keep downloading our podcast. We really enjoy it. So from myself, have a wonderful week ahead, and we'll see you guys next Sunday. Have a good one. Cheers.